Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to give you my best tips for fishing with single hook baits. It's a method that we mainly use obviously in winter time when the fish are not feeding that much and you just want to try and convince them to pick up that one bait, and you want that one bait to be your hook bait. So yeah, fishing single hook baits. So the first thing that I always do is I'm always carrying a good variety of different hook baits. Different colours, different shapes, different sizes. So we've got small little yellow ones in my bag. I've got washed out yellow ones. I've got my pink ones that are glagged up. I've got a little pot of mixed ones with mixed sizes. And also some different foams and that all glugged up in a juice. So yeah, when you've got your different colour hook baits and your different sizes, the main thing to do is when you're fishing singles is don't be afraid to keep moving it about. If you haven't had nothing within half an hour, then bring your rods in, move them, just keep moving them about, because one of them times that you recast, you might just land in front of a fish that is sitting there, he's got no intentions of feeding, but if that nice coloured pink or yellow hook bait just falls in front of him, he might be tempted just to move along and pick it up, which could put you a nice winter fish on the bank. So yeah, as well as moving your baits about, you must keep watching the water. If you see a fish show, you've got to get one on it. Just bring one of your rods in. You're only fishing a single, so it's not like you're leaving an area of bait sitting there and moving somewhere else. Just bring one of your rods in, quickly cast to that showing fish and leave it there for a bit, because there's a good chance that that fish is not going to move about much further from that area, and you might be able to pick one up. Even if you see them, you're sitting there on a day session or even a weekend session, if you start seeing fish show and you can't cast to them, if there's an opportunity to, move around the lake and get on them fish. Yeah, so another thing you can do to make that hook bait stand out and make that fish want to go and check it out or even pick it up in its mouth is different glugs and dips. You've got bait soaks, you can get sprays, you've got the goo. Yeah, just get something extra on them hook baits to make it stand out more than it normally would. Might be the difference in catching and not catching at this time of year. So with the baits, you haven't only got to have a tub of wafters glugged up or pop-ups glugged up. Get some of your normal bottom baits, stick them in a little pop-up jar and get them glugged up. Sometimes just one of them, like a bait that they're used to feeding on, but this one's a bit different. It's got some sort of glug on it, so just leave some of them soaking up and give them a go. So another thing I like doing is once they're all glugged up, that hook bait will be nice and sticky on the outside. It's got all that goodness going to come out of it. But then I will just dip it in some ground bait or stick mix. So all them little bits all stick around it. And then as you cast it out, I know that a lot of that's going to go pretty quick, but all them little bits are going to come off and they're all going to be drifting through the water column, which is going to be another good thing that can attract the fish to around your hook bait. So yeah, this is what I mean. This is the same hook bait, all glugged up. Just dipped it in some stick mix, and then once that goes out, all them little extra bits are all going to be drifting off, and that could just be enough to attract that fish into you and see that nice glugged up hook bait sitting there. So yeah, another thing that I would always do is, like I said at the start of the video, always carry some zig foam, all different shapes, sizes and colours. And they're all, I've got a couple of tubs, they're all like glugged up in something different, because the winter time, if you're casting to showing fish with the singles and they're still not picking it up, then there's a chance that them fish are not sitting on the bottom of the lake. They could be in the upper layers or mid-water somewhere. So if you can find whereabouts them fish are sitting, then there's a good chance that if they can see that hook bait in front of them, they're going to pick that up. So yeah, there you go, just a couple of little tips for when you're fishing singles. Always carry a load of different hook baits with you, different shapes, sizes and colours. always keep watching for showing fish, and when you do see them, get the baits on them. Keep moving your hook baits about. Yeah, if you can't get on the fish with them singles, if you see them showing, just move to where they are if it's possible, and just make them hook baits super attractive. Get some glugs on them, some dips, dipping them in the ground bait, just anything you can like that. And then if all else fails, maybe just try with one rod. If it works, move over to all of them, but definitely give the zigs a go. Chuck a few zigs about, and don't be afraid to move them about either, because with them you're not only changing location, you can change the depths that you're fishing at, and it's always a good tactic that time of year. So I hope you enjoyed this short tips video. Hopefully you can get out and stick some winter fish on the bank. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.